Hey everybody, Sylvia here. Sorry I'm a couple of minutes late. It is day 2 for our enrichment fun. Anyways, so yesterday we had some fun. I have been out, so I haven't checked any of the group. I'm hoping some of you have tried some of the activities from yesterday for your dog and are able or willing to share some of your video. Like I say, it doesn't have to be long. And you know, something that's really nice about some of these little enrichment activities, as they can be really easy if you get into a quick habit. So for me, it doesn't take long because I know what I'm going to do. I have things that I can grab, and so we can, or you can even give your dog a little bit of this before you start your day. So I'm actually going to show you a couple of activities that are probably a little bit easier for you to start at the beginning of the day. Often owners, when I talk about ditching the bowl, and that's pretty much just a way to say, hey, let's use our dog's calories in a clever way. Since they love to scavenge and forage, it's just pretty much who they are, which most mammals are hunter-gatherers, just like we are. And sorry, I just have to grab some water because I literally just walked in the door. I was catching up with a friend that runs Charlotte Freedom Farm. And it's hot. So, okay. So again, today is going to be pretty easy for having things with you. Hopefully, I think there's a couple people on here. I can't tell unless you comment. So if there's anybody watching, if you want to say hi and reinforce me, that would be wonderful, and that's okay. It is 3 o'clock and I realize some people are working. If you catch this on the replay, I would love for you to comment hashtag replay and share with us. Tomorrow, I am going to change the time for a little bit later. I think I'm going to do 6 o'clock tomorrow, just for those that are working. It's a bit of a time change. Some people work different shifts, so hopefully, and maybe not the 3 o'clock worked or didn't work. Like I say, this is recorded. It's there for you to rewatch. So I am going to get set up. Liam is here. Emma's outside checking her yard because she hasn't been able to check it for a while. It's because I was out. I didn't get a chance to change my shirt either. Anyway, okay. So I did say for you to grab a couple of little blankets, or you can grab 2 towels, and we're going to use that for some enrichment. So I'm going to set that up. Okay. So I've got this this blanket, and you can even do this on your dog's bed if they have a bed. It just creates even more value for the bed. So I could use their bed right here if I wanted to. There's pretty much lots of value, but for any of you that are trying to build up value for your dog's bed, doing activities in the bed is super, super cool. So I can do this 2 ways. I can either, I can just use this blanket and the bed. So maybe we'll try that. So I'm just gonna can you sit? Stay, stay. Come here. Stay, stay there. And so I sprinkled, no, I asked you to stay. Thank you. Stay there. I sprinkled some treats on the bed. Liam's pretty excited about that. He's whining. No, you have to stay there. And I'm gonna put this blanket over top now. Okay. And I'm just gonna release him to it. So he's gotta figure out how to get underneath the blanket, which is, so he's gonna move it with his feet probably. So for some of your dogs that like to dig, this is an activity that could actually mimic that digging activity. Dogs dig for a lot of different reasons. Sometimes the, I call them the type of, the really double coated breeds which come from cooler climates. They like to dig holes to find coolness. Sometimes they just love to dig because it's fun. Sometimes they're digging to find stuff. I know Liam and actually my other dog, if we're on the beach, they might start digging. They don't do it as much. They did it a lot as a puppy, so I have seen it, and it can be, not always, but a young dog you know, they just need that enrichment and stimulation. So this would be a nice activity to replace that. And yeah, Liam and Emma dig a little bit at the beach, and that's usually they're finding fish bones. So yes, they can smell with them buried, and sometimes they find dead fish if somebody's buried a fish. If we are visiting a warmer client, sometimes Liam has found dead crabs, like really big ones, and some other kind of things. So he dug up, and so he is essentially digging where he is. So that's again, a really nice activity for them, and he's enjoying that. And he's got to use his nose as well. So he's got to use his nose to see if there's anything else there. So we're giving them that activity and stimulation. So I think, he says, I think I got it. So if you're not, hi Audrey, thanks for watching. And so like I say, if you don't have a big bed like this, that's okay. You can use 2 blankets. So I have this blanket, $2 special at Detroit Tunnel Duty Free Shop, which was kind of a really cool find. So I could do this. I could do 2 towels depending on your dog, and put this blanket down, and then the other blanket. So he rather liked that game. I could also just, because I do have, okay, come on, off. Sit, just wait. And I'm gonna cover it up. And, okay, so now he can figure out how to get it out of the 2 blankets. So if you don't have the carpet down, you could probably just use the 1 blanket like I did in the bed. So again, it's just some digging activities. This is a different variation of the same thing, and so you can change it up. And he's quite willing to work for this. He loves doing these kinds of activities, and so yeah, it's quite enjoyable for him. So I think I'm going to keep him busy in his bed while we go to the next activity. So, hey you. Okay. Oh, hey, come here. Liam, come here. Off. Hey. Yeah, no. You have to wait. He's quite excited. Stay there. He's quite excited. No. Over there. job. Do we? No, you have to go back there. That's a good boy. Good job. So he's quite enthusiastic. I'm not going to give him heck for being impatient. He just is enthusiastic. He's still a little bit hyper because I did just come home a little while ago. So this is actually a really nice activity to help calm him down. He gets pretty excited when we come home. Okay, go find it. So I'm gonna get him busy doing that. And then the next activity that we can do, so there's a couple of different things that we can do. I have this, this is just a dollar store sled. I use it for dog stuff. You don't have to go and get these types of things. And I did say that all you needed was a plastic box as well. So I have this little one. This is one that I take to clients. And I've got some recycling in there. So again, usually we have a box or a tub of some sort that we can use. So this is pretty small. Probably if you had a bigger dog, this might be too small of a container. It just depends on your dog. So this is a puzzle, but it's also building confidence because they have to stick their nose into something. There's items in here so they make noise, and you know, sometimes we need to remove everything from the box before a dog will actually stick their nose in, because this might be too difficult, and if they're not a confident dog, this can be a little obtrusive. So I've done workshops where dogs won't touch it, and owners right away are saying, oh, they don't want to do it. And it's like, well, they probably will if we set this up so that they want to do that. And essentially it means that I'm just going to, I'm just going to dump it. Move this further so you can see. So I'm just going to dump it so that it's an empty box. So now an empty box is easier for my dog, and an empty box is also going to be easier for dogs that are not super confident. So Liam's never been a confident dog, so when we started playing this game, I did start with an empty box, and I just started adding items to it. So now it's pretty easy. So like I say, you can use a bigger container like this. Come on, go in your place. Go in your place. Stay there. Okay. So now and I can put more items in here, which I do have more items. I have, no, go in your place. Good job. That's a good boy. You just have to be patient. So what's nice about the recycling, you can do paper, you can do plastic, you can do metal, and just to warn you, come on, over there, no, hey, thanks. Just to warn you, Liam, thanks, thank you. The metal can be scarier than the plastic items because they make more noise. So that's where different items will build up, build up more confidence. So you see, he's not worried about this. He was at first, when we first did it a long time ago. And so sometimes people start this and then they stop. So I'm here just to remind you to bring this out and do it again. Variety is a slice of life for our dogs, and you are getting them to forage. So this would be the empty box, and that's what we're going to do. And sometimes I would just stick it around the box if they're even too afraid to go near the box. So don't let your dog's lack of confidence or lack of understanding get you to stop doing this. You just have to do it in really tiny steps. It's kind of like what I said yesterday about the puzzles. Sometimes we need to start with a 5-piece puzzle before we get to 1,000-piece, 500-piece, or 5,000-piece. Okay. I'm just going to let Emma in because it is hot out again. Okay. Liam's even taken an item out to see if he could find things better. So she kind of missed out. So that's what this looks like. I can do a lot more, but this is just the gist of it. Yeah, so this is a great way to build up confidence for noise, Audrey. Like I say, you would start with an empty box, and I have done live workshops where dogs just are afraid to just go where all the items are, and I'm going to start with an empty box and build up confidence for the empty box and just deliver treats inside, depending, and this is about you reading your dog at the time. So, you know, maybe I can now. Yes, I know the box is there, so they're all excited about the box. So I might add a plastic piece. I might not add a metal piece right away, and then put the treats in and see how my dog interacts. So lots of praise while they're doing that, but you don't want to help them, okay? It is something that you want them to figure out. If they're really, really afraid, just stick with the open box for a while, and then slowly add the pieces. So I can't tell you the exact template to use, but I have given you a guideline because every dog is different. Just like the boxes yesterday, you know, some dogs are too afraid even for a little box. So then I flatten the box. So they're stepping on it. It's still enrichment. It's tactile enrichment. It's building that confidence. So whenever you think, oh, my dog can't do this, then it's just that they don't understand, or it's too hard for them at that moment. It doesn't matter in anything that we do. So yeah, so then I may add, it is warm out there. Stick some in my pocket. Okay, and they're really wanting to work. I have. Okay, so I may take, you know, just the one piece of plastic, and so you can see they're quite excited, and I try not to do this with 2 dogs out. I don't want to create competition because they do get rather excited. If I have 2 pieces out, I can sort of separate them. So I might just add 1 piece and then put some kibbles in and just watch how my dog interacts. If they're still worried about this, I might try something easier. This is empty toilet paper roll, and then see. If it's still too hard, then just keep going with the empty box. Again, you go at your dog's pace, always, with everything that you do. So, and then as they get better, the whole idea is just wait. I know. Okay. So the whole idea is that they can rummage through everything, and yeah, just modify it. Exactly, Audrey. You modify it so that your dog will be successful. That is, whenever we're doing anything in training, behavior. That's the basics of really behavior analysis and teaching. Is if my learner isn't successful, I need to set them up for success. So I don't know if you can hear, but some of the metal cans are making noise now. So this is, you know, building confidence. My guys are pretty good with noises. I haven't done this for a while, but I am gonna bring it back. You know, we want to create confidence with as many noises as possible. And this is a game, so this is positive. And this is awesome to do. And like I say, I just use some recycling, and you can use whatever you want. You know, just use variety is the spice of life. So I am going to show you another activity, and yeah, cool. I'm going to take you outside. We're going to go in the shade because it's hot. So the third game that is so easy, maybe we will stay inside, I don't know. It's just essentially scatter feeding. And I will start it in the house at first for a young, inexperienced, yeah, it's saved on the Facebook page, Audrey, so you can rewatch it, and I'd love for you to share any video that you take. So this is pretty easy, and this is what I tell a lot of owners when they're getting ready for work, is to, I'm gonna show you, I don't know if you can see, there's a glare. Okay, so you can use something as easy. So they have their two mats, and they pretty much go to their spots. Bring them up. So what I can do, they have a mat on here, and I can just start sprinkling treats. This is a great way to teach a dog to go to a spot. And it's, again, they have to use their nose. So I don't do too much of this with my guys anymore, just because they're not puppies. Sometimes I do, but not very often. I did it in the beginning when I wanted to build value for their mats, because I am a big promoter of teaching our dogs boundaries. So which boundaries to hang out on, which boundaries are going to pay off. And so what I do is I take this outside, and I am going to, I don't know how to turn this around. Oh, here we go. So we're going to go outside, and I'm going to show you what I do outside. Again, always thinking about making things easy. Now, because we just had winter, my dogs are used to me doing this on the patio. So I'll show, well, I shouldn't say on the patio. We have a deck, and it goes down to a cement area. So they're used to me doing it there, because although I could do it in the snow, and you can, I don't know why I did that, but you can always modify it. You can throw pieces into snow, you can throw it into the grass, but I'll show you the steps that I do with my guys. I gotta make sure I have enough in my buckets. And I'm gonna take you outside, and then we're gonna be done. Okay. Put my flip-flops on because the deck is hot. All right, so I'm just gonna flip you around and take you with me. We're gonna go outside, come on. So sometimes they know when I'm getting ready to throw, if they see my hands in the pocket. I'm actually, so you can do this if you've got a deck, and my dogs know this game. So you could throw it over there, which is often what I'll do, because they know this game. But I do want to pick a comfortable spot. So we are going to go hey. They are pretty excited. Okay. So I will start this on the cement pad, so hopefully you can see that. Glare. Okay. Let me see. Okay, so there's a cement pad there, and that's where I'm going to start. There's all those wispy things, but they'll figure it out. If you have a dog that eats stuff, you could sweep that off first. I just haven't swept yet today because they're still falling. And I started on the cement because it's easy. So it's a lot easy. And then you'll see me start throwing things into the grass. When I use the grass, I use bigger pieces. So again, it's about setting them up to forage. So they got to use their nose and look around. Like I say, if there's stuff on the ground, you want to pick it up. My dogs love this game. I would start a small square with your dog and make sure that they are interacting. You don't want to leave kibble and attract some of the pests. And if you need to sweep off a section, they'll need to do that. My dogs won't eat the whatever helicopters. They're still falling. They should be done by now, but so they're searching. This is what dogs do. This is what dogs do in the wild, is they search. At this time of day, they'd probably be sleeping in the shade. They tend to do their searching in the morning and late afternoon, early evening. But anyway, so this is so easy for owners to do before they go to work. It's a no-brainer. So you've already given your dogs an enrichment activity before you go to work, and creating some satisfaction, and just, you know, they've had an activity and it's calming. So we definitely want our dogs to be calm when we leave. We don't want to take them for a run before we leave because it's a little bit adrenalizing. Or if you do go for a run and then you finish off with this. So we go from, you know, a walk that's adrenalizing then to something that's really calm. So now what I'm going to do is I am going to throw it into the grass. Of course, you want to throw it in an area where there's no poop, please. That's not kind. And so I've go. So now the grass is harder. I've used bigger pieces. I do have small dogs, so I'll use a lot of little kibble for different activities. But for this, I'll use the bigger stuff. It's just easier for them to get it. So that's the third activity. And this one, like I say, is a no-brainer to do and so easy. What's easier than if you have a deck? Like I say, I showed you at the beginning, sometimes if I know, I try and limit them, especially when the birds and the squirrels are jumping around. We get pretty excited, so I just give them something else to do instead of focusing on that and, you know, maybe running down and barking or some, you know, that is another benefit of this, because now I'm giving them something that's incompatible with the behavior that you might not want. So it's hot. Anyway, so I hope this was helpful. I realize some of you are working, and please hit hashtag replay, and please share. So tomorrow is day 3, and I haven't even thought about what we're doing on day 3. So I'll have to come up with something clever. I think I'm going to use a pot, a clean plant pot, or we can use a pail, empty paper top, not paper, we did that already, toilet paper rolls, their kibble, of course, and to think of what the third one's going to be, but So I hope everybody has a great day. Take care.